everybody, thanks for tuning in today, and we're looking at a slow blues in the key of E today. This was a track that we did for a customer, so we actually kept the vocals off of it and turned it into a little backing track for you guys to practice your soloing skills. So I did a little bit of improv over the beginning of it, so you heard some of those licks there. Here's some of the scales that you'd be using on this song. You'd be using your E pentatonic scale, so you might start off top E, okay, and so on and so forth. That's one of the scales. Now you add one note to it and it becomes a pentatonic scale with a blues note, so it's the E pentatonic blues scale. So that would be, there's my note. So leading from the 5th fret to the 7th fret, I would go ahead and go through the 6th fret. I could also bend to give kind of that bluesy sound there. So let me go ahead and play at least 2 octaves for you there. Second part. And the note that could be bent there would be your, right there, 7th fret, 4th string. Shows struggle trying to get from the 4th note of the scale to the 5th note of the scale, and that's what the blues note is all about. So that's the scale. One of the scales we'd be using is the pentatonic scale. Here's some popular locations to get some of those blues notes in. You might start 7th fret, oh excuse me, 9th fret, and then bend 8, bend the 10th, also coming back to another root. And it's very important to know where all the roots are. If you're going to solo over a song, we're in the key of E, so you want to know where every E is located. So you've got one here, you've got one here, you've got one here, 5th string, 3rd string, 2nd string, and the 5th fret, and of course 1st string open is E. Okay, so those are all E notes. 12th fret. If you know where that is, then you know where home base is. Okay, and then from there you just work the scale formula. To solo over that. Now in this song, in this particular backing track, you've got several times that it goes to the 5 chord. Now, a lot of people ask me, can I solo in the E pentatonic scale even though it's over the 5 chord? You can, but it doesn't show the resolve that it should. Personally, I think that you should show that you can hear that the song is moving to that location, so you need to pick notes out of that chord and resolve to them. So if I'm playing a blues line and the song's getting ready to go to that chord, I should slide into a note that's in the chord. So I'm visualizing a chord, a 2-note chord there. Anything in the B or B7 is fair game for that. And maybe even come down. Both of those notes, I slid into the 3rd of a B and then the root of a B. That would be over that B chord. And then in this particular backing track, the next thing you hear is an A7 chord. So at that point, a nice blues lick that maybe ends on the root or ends in a note that's in the A7 chord form which could be what? It could be an A, it could be an E, it could be a C sharp, it could be a G natural, okay? Anything like that would work out just fine. So as you hear chord changes in this track, going up to what we call the 5 chord, which is the B, then down to the 4 chord, which is the A, when you hear those changes, change your solo. For example, right there, here's a nice blues lick. Works great over an E chord, but all of a sudden the song changes to a B. You want to slide on up to the 5th, maybe, of B. And then so on and so forth. Finding triads or finding harmonies for chords. For example, the A7. That's a great place to find you an A7. There's A7s all over the guitar. You've got them here. When you're jamming in E, it's a nice hang-up chord. Remember, blues is about showing struggle, okay? And that's what that time period was all about. It's a time period that will continue on forever. That's what blues is about. Your instrument has to portray that in your playing, okay? So if everything is nice and perfect in your playing, you're not going to have the it factor for your blues, okay? Everything needs to show a little bit of, when you go to bend a string, make it a little more human by adding a vibrato or adding, maybe your pick is driving on 8th notes as the string is being bent up to a particular pitch. Okay, that's the kind of struggle that blues should be showing. So this backing track is actually got a lot of chords for blues, in my opinion. I kind of like things that simmer a little bit longer, but this happened to be what the customer was using and how the song was written. And when you got vocals on it, it sounds the way it was supposed to. But on this song, you know, just make sure that you hear the changes and your soloing follows those changes. So let's look at a few more blues licks. Let's do a descending lick this time. How about that one right there? 12, 10 on the first string, 12, 11, 10. Bend 8 to show the struggle, and then interrupt it with the 3rd string, 9th fret right there. And then go up to a B7 chord. Alright, so that would fit really nicely from the E going into the B7 that we've talked about a few times there in this song. It tends to happen a lot, so you need to have a few of those in your bag so that you're comfortable with them. So those are some great licks. Here's another one. This one's ascending, and you're going 5th string, 7, 10, 4th string, chromatically 7, 8, 9, and ending on the 7th note of the scale, which is a D, with a little vibrato. And don't miss out right there. The pinky has a little pull down. Okay, it's just showing a little bit of movement before you get into the 4th string. In this track, you're also hearing a turnaround where you've got 2 quick chords. Those 2 chords is a D to A to E, okay? When you hear things like that in a song, that's more of a band unit punch, okay? So you want to do something in your playing, I think, that brings out that, which what I just did was an inverted chord. Slid from the 5th string, 7th to the 9th, then plucked 4th and 3rd with my middle and 3rd finger right there, kind of a hybrid style. Do the same thing. for the A chord to get you back to the E. Okay, that's one type of thing you could have done. Also, you could have come up to the E position up here on the 12th fret and done single notes, and these were notes that were picked out of the chords that we just played. That bend is up to a D. Ripped it down. That's a pull off with my third finger, and then back to a C sharp right there, which is in your A7 chord, and then I finish with a minor third of E, back to the E note right there. Okay, so it's just another thought about working those quick changes like that, and then you should be right back into your blues. So you've seen some of these guitar licks. Don't forget your staples, which would be right here. Everybody loves the solo right there in the vertical position of the pentatonic scale. We've heard that to sound on a lot of classic rock songs. That's just basically holding down the root and the fifth of the key you're in, and then a minor third up. You've got a finger that's working. Okay, just got some different things happening right there in that pentatonic scale. If you don't know that scale, it's right here. 12, 15. Make it into a blues scale. 12, 13, 14. 12, 13, 14. That's the first octave. Keep going. Third string. 12, 14, 15 is your blues note. Back to second string. 12, 15, and your root right there on 12 again.